Welcome to the Success in 6 Marketing Workshop. My name is Selena Brantley and I'm CEO and founder of Wealth Creations Network, your free source of highly effective online marketing tips and hands-on training, and your zero out-of-pocket way to building your business and creating wealth online. Today is September 13th, 2011, and this session is going to be talking about useful Twitter applications to automate your social marketing efforts. Last week, you learned how to set up your Twitter account and how that account could eventually drive thousands to your online business. Moving forward with my focus to assist you on creating an effective marketing system that advertises, qualifies, and monetizes your marketing efforts 24/7, I'd like to introduce you to some applications that can help you save time and help you to be more effective on the internet if you choose to incorporate them in your marketing endeavors. This week's tools relate to your Twitter account that you should have set up by now. So please review last week's training session if you need help in setting up an account. First and foremost, I want to make sure you understand what an application is. Okay, and so I'm going to give you a Wikipedia definition of that. Application software, also known as an application or an app, is computer software designed to help the user to perform specific tasks. Examples include enterprise software, accounting software, office suites, graphic software, and media players. Sometimes when we have certain training and I am using Microsoft Word, I will suggest to those folks that don't have Microsoft on their computer to go ahead and go to OpenOffice.com, and they have software that is comparable to Microsoft, absolutely free to use, and you can download it. And so that in itself is an application. It provides several applications to place on your computer. Today we're going to review 3 different Twitter applications, and they're designed to save you time and help your social network to become more efficient and seamless. Now, the names of the 3 that I'm going to go through today are TweetDeck, Social2, and Social Oomph. Twitum is a repository of applications that you can connect with, and I'll go over that briefly when I get to it. Now, there is another application we've already had at least 2 training sessions on, and that is Twello. Twellow. So I won't be covering Twello in this session. However, you can access the training by going to your WCN affiliate back office, archive training, and view the videos. The first Twitter application we will be exploring is TweetDeck, and TweetDeck used to be separate from Twitter, but now it's part of Twitter, so that's great news. And you can easily download it. This is where you would click to download, and so I'm going to go ahead and log into my TweetDeck. I've already set up an account, and what happens is once you've downloaded it, they'll give you a little icon to click on. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll go ahead and log into my account. Now, I've already set up my account to where I have certain things that I want to see. For instance, I have 2 Twitter accounts. As you can see, one of my Twitter accounts is the WCN Network, and the other one is the WCN CEO. And I'm going to get rid of these just so that you know how to put anything that you want in to your TweetDeck. Because one of the things I like about this is that I don't have to go back and forth from one Twitter account to another, and also to open up another window for my Facebook account. So I'm going to go ahead and add some columns, and I can get rid of this one too. Let me do this. Okay. I'm going to add some columns here. So I'm going to go to the plus sign, and it gives you some options. Up above are the accounts that you're allowed to have within your TweetDeck, and of course there's Twitter and Facebook. This is MySpace, this is LinkedIn, this is Buzz, and Foursquare. Now, I'm not a member of any of these, but maybe I will be a little bit later on. But I'm going to go ahead and open up Twitter, and I'm going to go to the core option so that I can see everything that Twitter has to offer. And I want to see my direct messages, and I also want to look at my mentions. So I'm going to click on direct messages. Unfortunate thing about this is each column that you want, you're going to have to go back and click on. And if you hear that little message, that tweet, I should say, that's a message that's just come in, and that's what it sounds like when a message comes in. So I'm going to go back to the plus sign here, and I'm in Twitter still. I'm going to go to my core, and I got the direct messages. I just want to put my mentions in there, and this is WCN Network, and this brings up another message from someone. Okay, and you continue to do that until you have all the columns that you want. And I will do that. I have another Twitter account, so I'm going to click on Twitter, go to my core, and I'm going to put my mentions in and my direct messages. So I'll click on direct messages first. And of course, you have to remember, I'm glad I made the mistake, you have to remember that if you already have your mentions and your direct messages with one account and you click on it again, it's not going to do anything. And that's what happened there. So I'm going to go back and select my WCN CEO this time and click on my direct messages, and now it will come up. And of course it's going to tell me about another message from someone. And I'm going to do this one more time to get my mentions as well, because I want to see those. Okay. Alright, I have a lot of work to do, as you can see. I need to write back to a lot of these people. And another thing that you can put in here is your Facebook. So I'm going to click on my Facebook. Whoops, excuse me. I'm going to click on the plus sign again. I'm learning this as well. And I'm going to go to my Facebook this time. Okay, so my wall post is to everyone. I really don't have any groups, but if you had some groups, then you would be able to determine what group you wanted displayed here. Well, I guess there are updates. Okay. It was just loading it. Wonderful. Someone sent me a long advertisement. Yippee. Okay, so to maneuver around in these, all you need to, down here it will tell you how many columns you have. These are little column buttons, and it's going to tell you what it is. This is direct message for the WCN network, as you can see here. It's a little nifty thing. Some other things that you can do that I really like, you can actually upload a video and share it with someone. So, and it will create a tiny URL for you, and so when you send a message off and a person clicks on that link, they'll be able to see a video from you. I think that's kind of neat. You can also attach pictures, but this is a great way to communicate. Let me go back over here, and maybe I can communicate with someone right now. Okay, so let's see. You know what? I want to see some of my followers. I want to communicate with a follower. So I'm going to go to my, I'm going to take this one off. And you don't have to, you can add more, but I'm going to take this one off, delete this column. And I'm going to add my Twitter, new followers. Okay, this is my WCN network, and this is new followers. Okay, and this gentleman here is following me now, and so what I can do is click on his picture, okay, or hover over his picture, and I can send him a message, a direct message. I can block him if I want to, and I report him for spam, or just simply block him, and I can write him a direct message or do an @ mention, which would post, okay, on my wall. And I'm able to follow, and everyone that I follow I want to to think, and I've got a lot of work to do, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and follow Ronnie here. Okay, but before I do follow him, I know that he is a Wealth Creations Network member. So before I follow him, I want to send him a message, and I'll go ahead and put it in so that everyone will see that message as well. So I'm going to click on this, and up above here is where I will put my message. I'll put, "Hey Ronnie, thanks for the follow." And if you notice over here, it's counting down your characters. You only have 140. It is great to see you on Twitter after our Twitter training session last week. So I'll go ahead and send that out. But I'm going to double check what I said. "Hey Ronnie, thanks for the follow. It is great to see you on Twitter after our Twitter training session last week." So I'm going to send that out, and I will follow him. I'll go ahead and follow him. Okay, and you can unfollow as well. Alright, so the next one, and it's that easy on TweetDeck. It's that easy, so I don't have to go over and over again, but this just gives you a way to look at all of your important accounts on just one screen without you having to open up, so many windows or tabs in your browser. And I like this too because it has a continuous scroll. Because my accounts are so new, I don't have thousands of messages right now, but it does provide a continuous scroll. And you also might have a group called Best Friends, or another one called, let's say, Wealth Creations Networkers or something like that. And you can put different groups up here as well, so that you don't miss important tweets from people who are, more important to you. And at the time of this recording, I am told that TweetDeck is probably the most widely used application for Twitter, and that's probably why they picked it up and now own TweetDeck. So it's good to know that. So I'm hoping that you use this application, and I would love for you to send me a message letting me know how well TweetDeck is working for you. The next application I'd like to introduce you to is Social2. Now, Social2 is not completely free if you decide that you need to have certain automated features implemented. I like it simply because it will email me some information on a daily basis and that I want to see concerning my Twitter followers, and this is the reason why I joined Social2. The purpose of Social2, it automates your tweet tasks. It automatically will follow everyone who follows you, and this, once again, you can try it out for I think 7 days, and then you'll have to pay for it on a monthly basis. It can take the drudgery out of checking all of your followers, but also with me, I truly want to be sociable with these people, and I know that when you have thousands of people coming at you every day, that would be very difficult. Also, Social2 provides a way for you to send automatic direct messages to people who follow you, and Social2, the reason why I use it is because it sends email every day of all your new followers and those that have unfollowed you as well. Social2 automatically unfollows anyone who unfollows you. That too is something you must pay for, so it's up to you if you get a lot of unfollows, or if you feel that you're going to need that service, then you can move forward and pay for it. But personally, I'm always for a zero out-of-pocket way for you to use certain applications and things, and Social2 can be useful if you want to get a message each day about your Twitter account, followers, and those that choose to unfollow you as well. So I'm going to log in with my Twitter account. And there it is. So each time I enter in here, it looks like I'm going to have to authorize them to get to my Twitter account. You can monitor how many follows you get. As a matter of fact, they have a message here that says Twitter only allows you to follow 1,000 users a day. Once we hit our default of 1,000, we stop trying to follow people for you. You will also not be able to manually follow anyone for 24 hours. For that reason, we enable you to throttle the number of followers we'll do for you, just in case you want to be able to manually follow more throughout the day. Just select the number you want us to follow per day, and we'll limit our tries to that number. So they're going to follow people for you, and I put 50 because I want the majority of my follows to come from me. Alright, and that's up to you what you want to do with it. But this is why I use this system. It doesn't take much to set it up, and it could be a time saver. You can count on the emails you receive from Social 2. The next Twitter application I'd like to introduce you to is Social Oomph. And I'm only going to cover the basic and absolutely free features you can use in Social Oomph. Of course, it's always your choice if you want to upgrade to a monthly paid subscription account. Now let's look at some of the basic yet free features. Schedule tweets, and you can click on the more just to see what it's all about, but it actually allows you to schedule tweets and keep your Twitter, Google Buzz, and Statusnet streams ongoing even when you're not in front of your computer. You can publish tweets when you know your international followers are online and you're asleep. And although this is a pretty nifty feature that can save you some time, there are some restrictions you should take note of when using this with your Twitter account. Twitter and possibly other accounts will ban you if your messages are seen as spam. So you do not want to use this to send out the same exact message every hour for the next 10 days or even for the next 24 hours. Now, an example of an excellent way to use this is if you have some sort of countdown to an exciting event that is about to take place. Each day, maybe 2 or 3 times throughout that day, you can say only 10 more days until, and then the next day only 9 more days until, and this would not be looked at as spam. You could publish a message like that about 3 times a day to catch people in certain time zones that would more than likely be on their computers at that time and see your message. So let's go on to the next one, and that's track keywords. I'll close that. Okay. Now, track keywords allows you to set up alerts and track keywords in the public Twitter stream. Social Oomph monitors the Twitter tweet stream and periodically will email you a digest of the tweets that contain the keywords that you're asking about. And you can also use this to track your @replies or replies. It's the @ with replies. That's the tweet signature. So let's say you're interested in individuals that have a need for a certain product, and you want to be alerted when that product's keyword is used. And this would be a great service that helps you connect with people in need of your product or service. Now, as for the reply feature in Twitter, a reply is any update posted by clicking the reply button on another tweet. So this provides you with basically what your mention feature in Twitter provides you with already, but you'll get your updates by email rather than having to go to your Twitter account or accounts. Okay. The extended Twitter profiles, let's open that up. I think this is an excellent tool because you know the profile area on Twitter, it's very limited. You get 160 characters. And Social Oomph enables you to write your own long and detailed social profile, including picture and hyperlinks. And you can link this extended profile to your Twitter account. So I don't even have to explain the benefits of that. That's an excellent little feature there, and that's absolutely free. This one, Save and Reuse Drafts, is another great feature, but also you want to use it with limitation, with restriction. So you can save draft tweets, frequently used texts, snippets and URLs, and reuse them in your scheduled tweets. But you should use it with some reservation, especially when you're talking about draft tweets and frequently used text. But as far as URLs that you're continually using and things like that, it can help make your typing more efficient because you're going to be able to reuse it in your scheduled tweets and things like that. But just use things that you can repeat on a continual basis with reservation and make sure it's not considered spam. Okay, so let's go on to the dld.bz URL shortener. This feature tracks the clicks on your shortened links so you can get all kinds of useful and insightful click statistics. This is great for marketing analysis. So let's go on to the next one. And this is view mentions and retweets. And this feature is somewhat comparable to TweetDeck in that you can keep track of your Twitter mentions and replies for all your Twitter accounts. If you have a status.net account, it will also keep you posted with messages from there as well. It's not as robust as TweetDeck, however, but still a feature that could help with efficiency. Purge your DM inbox. That's actually meaning your direct message inbox. Now, as you begin to build more and more of a Twitter following, manually deleting direct messages might become a bit tiresome since they'll accumulate quickly. With this excellent feature, you can run a purge on your inbox to delete everything, or direct messages older than 7 days, or direct messages older than 30 days. And this feature is only available for your Twitter account or accounts. Secure Twitter and Buzz access. It's great to know that Social Oomph has this feature because it means you never have to give Social Oomph your Twitter password or your Google account password for them to access your account and receive the services that they provide. And finally, your personal status feed feature here. It's kind of a neat feature as well. It allows you to have your own personal 140 character tweet scheduling engine and RSS feed. You can schedule and publish tweets that don't go to Twitter. They go to your personal tweet stream, which is available in RSS, XML, and JavaScript formats. So you can use this on your own blog, on your own website. Great little feature. Okay, respect status net set limits. I like this because this feature forces you to be respectful so you're not able to stutter the exact same text over and over again, and no one likes receiving messages like that anyway. So the same update text cannot be sent to your StatusNet account more frequently than once every 4 hours. And with that said, you should set the same type of restriction for yourself when using Social Oomph's schedule tweet feature that I mentioned way at the top of the page here. Alright, and I like this feature a lot as well. You can have unlimited accounts. You can add and manage as many Twitter and StatusNet accounts as you want. Social Oomph does not charge you to use this feature. Alright, if you want to add Social Oomph's auto follow and auto direct message features, you'll have to pay a fee of, I believe, $3.97 per month. And these can be pretty handy features, but they also can be abused, so be careful. And also, if you want to add your Facebook account to your Social Oomph account, you'll have to upgrade to the professional version, and the professional version's fee is $29.97 per month. So that is Social Oomph. Why don't you go ahead and register for a free account and see if it will help you with your social marketing efforts. To explore other Twitter applications that could make your tweeting and social networking tasks more efficient, you should visit Twitum.com. And the purpose for Twitum, it's a repository for all Twitter-related applications. In fact, if you put your cursor over the home, it says Welcome to Twitum, the Twitter applications directory with over 2,000 apps. Yes, we have that many listed here. So you can select a category that interests you and try the different apps that are available. Some of them I'm sure will cost, but maybe there's others that are absolutely free. Just go and explore Twitter.com. This completes the brief overview of useful Twitter applications to automate your social marketing efforts. Of course, if you find an application that you believe should be shared with the entire WCN membership, simply send a message to support@wealthcreationsnetwork.com. I will look into it and possibly place it in the queue for one of our training sessions so everyone can learn how to use it effectively. This free training was brought to you by Wealth Creations Network, your free source to highly effective online marketing tips, strategies, and hands-on training, and your zero out-of-pocket way to building your business and creating wealth online. My name is Selena Brantley, and I'm CEO and founder of Wealth Creations Network. To learn more about how you can join Wealth Creations Network's Wealth Builders Club and at this recording, soon to be Entrepreneurial Social Network, please click on the link you received from the person that invited you to watch this video. Now, if you were not invited and found us through the search engines or some other way, please go to www.wealthcreationsnetwork.com and sign up for your always free membership today.